Hello, Janis.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
Oh, thank you. Fine, fine.
Is it possible that you turn on sideways just to have more room on the screen?
Like this?
Yeah, thank you.
That's better.
We are live.
Okay.
Yeah, Joshua. You know Joshua Gustin Grant?
Yeah, I know Joshua. Yeah.
Yeah, he will also join us.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. How are you? How are you?
Tired. Very tired.
Tired. I see you doing live streams, some YouTube chat almost I think every day, and
a lot of other things. A lot of other things.
Of course. But I know that you love arm wrestling, and I know that you like live in arm wrestling. But still, in one point, it could be too much, and like little overdue.
It is too much, but one of the reasons that we don't we had been or have been successful is that we don't give up. It's just part of the process. And once you started something and a lot of people are waiting for you to do something good, then there is no return.
No, absolutely, and also for you that you want that everything to be in good standard, in highest standard, and everything is fine and good, and of course understandable. But it's always question how much you can handle.
Yeah. I mean, when I was young, I wasn't this experienced about life, about things, but I was stronger physically and maybe even mentally. Now I have more knowledge, but less power. Same about arm wrestling as well.
It's similar. So you have to spend your energy smarter, yes.
I mean, yes, but whenever you're trying to do something without calculating if it is more than what I can handle and or not, then you start and then you realize after that, that it's very hard. But again, because here is still thinking that is limitless. My name in Turkish, in English it means boundless. Yeah. And like no limit, boundless. But I mean, when I was young, I was feeling that way. Now I'm feeling very, very limited here. Yeah.
No, it's usually the thing is that maybe not even like physically you get tired of all this. I think it's more like mentally, like doing something same thing over and over and over. It's maybe tougher than physically.
Yeah, but that stress is also affecting you physically. You understand? Like you are when you are here, and then your body is also not super good. I don't know. I mean, like hello.
Oh, okay, Joshua is here as well. Yeah. Good morning, good evening, good morning, probably for you.
Afternoon. It's noon.
Afternoon. Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon.
I think it is 5 minutes to noon. 11:55. Yeah. So how have you been, Joshua?
I'm great, man. I mean, actually, Janis, you've inspired me the last couple of weeks. I've been watching your videos again, and I started doing a lot more body weight exercises on just every morning because I haven't been doing those to the same extent over the last year, just like the arm wrestling training. So I feel like I was just watching you, and I was just thinking like the amount of attention you give to the like lesser muscles in terms of the arm wrestling stuff. I feel like it's got to increase your overall power level. And so I'm experimenting with it. I've been doing it for like 3 weeks. And again, I haven't really done stuff like that for a while because I've been focused on just like the climbing and the arm wrestling exercise that both of you guys have worked with me on. So I'm going to keep it.
I think that especially off season, we need to focus on general strength and health and everything. And then specific should come later. Whenever we coming closer, then we should be more specific. I mean, when I was young, it could be all the time specific, but after a point, no way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's not like you should cut like a specific arm wrestling exercise at all, but percentage usually is like when it's more far away from competition or after competitions, and this general training or a general exercise should be more, and it's getting closer, and it's always getting more specific, and you still need some general, but not so much. And about body weight, of course, it's great, but I think main like best benefit is like difference. Always, it's good if you can do something different, and anything is good, anything is working, but not forever.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we have a competition that is coming very soon. Almost like 8 days. 8 days later, at this time, we will be about to start the competition. Like last 1 minute. Yes, no, 2 minutes. 8 days later, 2 minutes later, after 8 days, and then Neil will be, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I
Janis,
don't know how you always do it, Engin. Every card is better than the last one. I keep thinking there's no way you're going to be able to make a better one, but just because of like luck and chance and injuries, all of a sudden you have this incredible card again.
I do my best. Sometimes, I mean, I'm only responsible to do my best, and then whatever result comes, this time the result is like this. Next time may not be as good, but still, I mean, we should. I don't understand. I mean, I think we should not focus on every event that like. I mean, I do my best. Whatever result comes, what it is. I mean, I don't have like. I mean, it's not only up to me as well. Athletes needs to be available. Athletes they need to accept the offer. So I just do my best. So people should not expect that. Like it should be forever going. To different level. But I mean, every event is good. Every event doesn't have to have all these matches. And there are one thing I think I proved, and I'm sure Yanis would agree that a lot of like not super famous guys are involved, and now they are known even by the like for example, I will tell you, Yanis, for many years I was very how to say, I was involved with social media. If you remember that Northeast message board day,
Yes, of course.
Enginterzi.net, I was very World of Arm Wrestling, and then I kind of stopped for some years. And then whenever I come back during the pandemic, then I saw that arm wrestling, fan base grew a lot. And then whenever I come back, probably I can say 5% of the people knew about me. Whenever I start talking, and they, who are you? That who are you talking? Like what are you? Who are you? At the beginning there was like a lot of reactions like that. That then later they get to know when the other people talk about me. Oh, okay, this is some guy I think knows about arm wrestling. So it is the same about many of the Eastern pullers that were not known by the big arm wrestling fan base, that mostly knew about some of the PAL guys and some of the wild guys, but not so much the guys from the WAF. While
Yeah, absolutely.
You and I especially, we know that most of the top guys of today came from WAF. Hermes came from WAF, Levan came from WAF, Revas came from.
Almost everyone. I think I don't know who from arm wrestlers who are competing in East West who has never been competed even in WAF. I think everyone does. Everyone
Not
does.
everyone, maybe like Tata Chings and some other guys.
Okay,
Now,
don't have
Alex,
yeah, but
Alex,
all others. Dave, even John, even Ryan Bowen has competed in WAF. So I think everyone else, probably Top Hatching is the only example.
Yeah, Alex Kurdechev will come. He didn't compete, and maybe a few other guys, like American guys, maybe didn't compete. Some of them, but I remember even Corey Miller competed 2008 WAF or no?
2010 in USA, he did in 70 kilo class.
Oh, he did too. Yeah.
Mm.
And anyway, so what I just tried to say that, so my intention was to show the world that, you know, there are a lot of people, but who didn't have chance to pull at this level. So now, I mean, many people knows about, you know, this guy. So that is, I don't know where the subject come. Where did it come?
Yeah, but if I can say about that is that it's not the only in arm wrestling. It's similar in any other sport, in boxing or so on. Right now, often we see that not always best athletes get some best fights, but sometimes some I don't know, louder mouses or some who are more social active get some better fights, and we see kind of similar situation right now in arm wrestling as well. Not always best guys or maybe best athletes who really deserve to have some spotlight in arm wrestling. They're not always getting best fights, but it is how it is, for fun and for entertainment. It's anyway great.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what I'm just saying, the professional pool or the elite level arm wrestling is not that big, wasn't that big. It was limited. You understand? So that is why I'm organizing so many super matches, because I want to give chances to lightweight and this and that, left arm and this, you know. So that I think it needs to be either more often, because, or if I do 20 matches, it will be. That is why in January, most likely I will be doing 2 days event, most likely, not 100%, but
every time you say like okay, 5, 7, maybe maximum 10 fights, but you finish with 15 and more, and yeah, right now I probably I can't name all of those fights if you would ask me. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
Janis, think about it. You see this event, it's good event, right? It's good
absolutely
event.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, but just imagine how many more guys are out. They're not part of it. See, Ferit is not here right now. Arif is not here. Gennady is not here.
You don't need to name. It's impossible, of course. Probably you could name 100 arm wrestlers in the world who could be in that event. That's true.
Yes. So that is the reason we need to find a solution and do either a qualification tournament, something. We need to do it. Anyways, we can talk about that. And so again, you know, as Josh said, that, you know, I mean, this is better than earlier ones, but again, you know, we don't have to. I mean, we must not expect every event to be better, because there will be a last point, and I don't think there is any other sport event on this earth that in one event they have all the best. Not in UFC, not in anywhere else. You know, just, I mean, in one event you have some, but in East versus West you can see that a lot, 70-80%, or best guys or different categories are here. So let's start about talking about East versus West. Yeah. So let's start from the order of the matches, if I'm not mistaken about the order of the matches. So Ryan Bowen and Zurab Taberizze. You know that Ryan was 88.7 kilo on the weigh-in against Raimons. Now he says he's near 105 kilo. Janis, how do you see? We saw that he also had a good win against Bogdan Stoica. He beat Khalid, but Khalid had some wars, you know, so I don't know how to judge that match. But Bogdan Stoica, you know, that is a good puller. And
yes.
Yeah. And how do you see this match right now?
You said okay, 88 or 89 kilos, but we have to remember that also before that fight he probably was walking around like, I don't know, 95 or 97, and he was cutting weight for that fight with Raimon. His natural weight maybe is not 15 kilos more now, but of course he's bigger and heavier, of course.
Yeah. Would you agree? Would you agree if I say that Zurab had a match with Petrenko with left arm, even before I said Ryan versus Zurab? So Zurab was getting ready for Petrenko. So do you think that the things would be easier for Ryan if Zurab had only a match against Ryan and there was no Petrenko? Maybe his preparation would be I mean, less than what it is now.
You think he would take Ryan easy and then wouldn't prepare at all? Zurab is a serious guy, he's training hard and
no, not prepare at all is different, but just taking the preparation so seriously and saying that, okay, I would beat this guy anyways, but he would still train. But don't you think that it would be, do you think that it would be the same exact? I am just thinking it's unfortunate for Ryan that, Zurab will be in super shape there,
It's question what mentally push you more to train. Sometimes being afraid that you are favorite and to lose to someone who is you think theoretically is not on your level, maybe can push you even more than fighting against someone when you are not favorite. And if we watch it from this mental side, that probably the idea that you can lose is more motivating than the idea that you will win.
I mean, I talked with Zurab. He didn't sound like it. He said he's gonna give his wrist. He didn't look any scared at all, Yeah. So.
No, but we can also talk about Ryan. He's doing some general strength training right now, doing a lot of bench presses, and he's claiming that he's getting 30 or 20 or something percent gains in general strength. And of course it's good, but probably plenty of people who are benching 200 and they are still not serious in arm wrestling. So it's not speaking much about your arm wrestling skills or abilities. And will it help him? I don't know.
So how do you see this match?
I think Zurab is clear favorite.
Yeah.
And yeah, like with percentage.
Percentage, of course, always anyone has a chance in a fight sport. But we saw that John was trying to top roll Zurab, and then in this posting position, Zurab was pressing John's top roll. Ron Bass was struggling to top roll. When he gets in that position, he was not able to win with top roll. So for John, it was easier to go against arm with Zurab and go for top roll.
He wasn't like arm, but he went like more like side.
With lot of rotation to So if Ryan is expecting to top roll Zurab, it could be mistake. We have seen many, like also in EvW and European, like Plumage and many others struggling when they get in good position, and it's not easy to finish Zurab. We will see. It's a fight, but. I think that Ryan is in big trouble, and okay, he's heavier, he's bigger, he's maybe stronger, but even if we compare his previous when he pulled against Ray, and Ray is good arm wrestler, but we have to understand that Ray is maybe in a EvW, he could be in top 6, top 10 somewhere, but really not really in a final or podium somewhere. But
what place he took Ray take this year?
This year, 1685 his right arm. Okay, but Ray is good arm wrestler, but he's not like top 3 in like his weight class. But Zurab for many years was top 3 in his weight class. Okay, it was 80, 85, but still he was top 3. So he's, I would say, higher caliber arm wrestler right now, and. Yeah, Ryan didn't look too good against Ray. Okay, he won against Bogdan, but still, it's for me. I will be very surprised if Ryan will be successful against Zurab.
How do you see, very shortly, if you would answer, how do you see Georgians and Russians not being allowed to compete WAF, affecting the difficulty level of the WAF?
Of course, in many weight classes, top three could be different in many weight classes. I don't know, like specific if we can talk about some arm wrestlers, but we always if you can check any result from previous years and then see how many Georgians, how many Russians were in top 3.
Usually all of them are in top 10. And most of the times because there are 2 Russians and 2 Georgians in each category almost. And then usually we see all of them in top 10, and we see one of them from each country in top 6 somewhere, so. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's of course that would be different with Russians, with Georgians, but about Georgians it's a federation question, but with Russians it is how it is. That's it's I don't know if politics and sports should go together, but also I don't know how it would be like when it's in one competition, 100 Russians and 100 Ukrainians together right now. I don't know. So it is how it is. And also, I think I wouldn't support Russian teams this year in WAF as well.
You mean their participation?
Yeah.
It's like arm wrestling is not the only one sport where we see that in all Olympic sports, in all I think right now in if we talk about world championships, no one from Olympic sports allowed athletes to compete. No one.
Not the independent decision of each federation, but Olympic Committee says we strongly suggest that
there were only athletes from Russia in some professional events like tennis or cycling, but only in some commercial tournaments, not in official world or European championships or.
Yeah, but I will invite Russians as soon as possible because because it is more possible to control. You understand? A few athletes, not like yours, like 100 Ukraine. In that, there may be some trouble.
No, okay. We just months ago we saw Vitaly was pulling in Dubai against Dave.
Schoolboy was there.
And Schoolboy as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Schoolboy right now, I think he lives in Poland or somewhere else. He's not in Russia anymore. He escaped.
Yeah, and Josh, how do you see Ryan and Zurab?
I mean, I agree with Janis. I think it's probably 90% Zurab. But Ryan is one of those guys, to your earlier point, Engin, about how seriously Zurab would take him. If you remember Michael Bisping in the UFC, he was one of those guys that I feel like a lot of people were more talented than him, but he was continuously underestimated and people didn't take him seriously and ended up winning some matches, I think, because people took him lightly. That match he had with Luke Rockhold comes to mind. And Ryan is tricky like that. Like you remember a few years back with Alan Guerra in WAL, and Alan really crushed him the first match, and then he started playing around the second match and just holding Ryan in the center. And before he knew it, he had drained himself, and then he couldn't get the rest of the wins. So if Zurab plays around, like you were saying, if he gives up his wrist and just sits there, that could be dangerous, because he's not like unlimited endurance machine. Ryan could end up surprising him, but I think if he takes it seriously and pretends that he's pulling Oleg, then I think it'll be a very easy day for him.
And Janis, this one is specifically for you. Mindaugas Tarasaitis, Justin Bishop. I don't think there is anyone on this earth would have a better opinion than yours. But it doesn't mean that yours will be perfectly, fitting, because you don't know their current shape. You don't know. It has been a long time, but still yours will be probably the best in the world.
Yeah, we can always speculate about results, but we don't know nothing about probably shape right now, and especially if we talk about Justin. Then last time I saw Justin competing was against RVG in WAL, I think. So it's a long time ago, and I haven't seen him in some serious competition. So I have no idea about his shape and how good and how prepared he is. He can say that he's in great shape, and we have to believe him. But I don't know. And we just saw Mindaugas in a WAF. Mindaugas is good as always. Maybe not so was not so lucky in a WAF. Had some tough fights, tough draw
with Daniel.
With Daniel and also with Armenian and
but the match that caused maybe Armenian match that is everything started with the Daniel match. He took it and then he was just like this. He already get exhausted there. When you have a 30-40 seconds long match with Daniel, it takes a lot from you. Yeah.
when I was stepping up to table in second round, probably first when I saw that I have to pull Daniel, first thing in my mind was not to spend too much energy, but but it was not my problem. And I lost quickly. So and yeah, but if seriously about that fight, is there some weight limit? I don't know.
82 kilo.
82
we changed the weight categories. Like in the past, we were making some deal with the athletes for the category, and but now we like it was 80, 90. It was going like this. But after this match, we changed the category, so we couldn't play with the weight that was agreed already. But now it is 75, 85, 95. But when I set the match, there was no official weight classes this way, so they agreed at 82 at that time. But it will be considered as 85 kilo category.
Yeah, probably Gustin will be around 82 as well, and Minde will be some 76 or something, 77. Yeah. I haven't seen him being much bigger. That's how it is. Stylistically, if we think about that fight, it's very, very hard to hook Mindaugas, and there are not so many arm wrestlers who can get inside with Mindaugas. But I don't think that Gustin will try to hook Mindaugas. He will go with his posting top roll, and also right now, just a few weeks ago in a WAF, we saw that Minde lost his wrist against Armenian. We have seen in arm wars in few fights that he's struggling more often when someone is trying to top rolls and hook. Nanestad, also I think Philip from Slovakia top rolled Minde in Lithuanian championship the last 2 years. Šarūnas Manarka has won against Minde, who is good top roller, who took 4th place this year, 80 kilo class, always posting, always good hand.
Yeah, same as Gustin.
It's showing that it's possible to top roll Minde, and Gustin has all that strength, all that understanding about that style, and he could do. But how strong he will show up, I don't know. I don't know. If he is in his best shape or somewhere close, he definitely has a chance.
Okay. Stylistically, and from what you remember Gustin is not 75 as WAL, but 82. Probably he will be 85 kilo on the competition day, and Mindaugas will still be 76 kilo. And then whenever you judge this way, who do you give the edge?
It's like I said, I have no idea how strong is Bishop. We can talk about weight, but not always it's saying all about your shape and about your performance. He has not been very active lately, and I don't have any data to compare with. So
you talk about Nanestad, but Mindaugas said that Mindaugas pulled another super match only 20 minutes before Nanestad, and Nanestad didn't have a super match before.
But Nanestad was fresh, yes.
Yeah, and also the rounds that Mindaugas had the buckle, Nanestad was able to pin him, and then rounds that Nanestad had the buckle, Mindaugas easily controlled.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was surprised that buckle was so I would say important for both of them, that they couldn't do anything without. I was surprised.
Round 6, Mindaugas had everything to make him, and he was very smart. He just waited, like he cannot pin him or something. He made Nanestad tired. In the round 7, when Janis had the buckle advantage, he still couldn't finish him. And then Mindaugas was able to.
No, what I see with fight is that if the fight will stop somewhere in more or less decent position for both of them, and it will start some technical things and longer fights, it's definitely advantage for Mindaugas. He's one of arm wrestlers, I would say, like you can always say it's like he's a good arm wrestler, he's technical arm wrestler, and he's like master. Then I say Mindaugas is in this highest class. He's like I like to say virtuoso. He's like an artist of arm wrestling, and his arm is one of arm wrestlers I like to watch how he pulls. And in a longer fight where it's both athletes are even, physically more or less even, he definitely have advantage over Gustin in a longer fight. But Gustin has this first move, start, hit. That's his advantage, explosiveness. He can be very good from start, and so he can take with posting with even a little bit lost wrist.
If Gustin with the start would take Mindaugas' wrist, he would win. But if he just goes, and if the match stop in an equal position, Mindaugas will find a way to win the match.
Yes, same. Agree.
Yeah. And Josh?
I think Gustin, when he's heavy, can be very dangerous. Again, going back to WAL, he took that first match off of RVJ. And a lot of it was speed and position, but still it was impressive to me. And, you know, as a heavier person, I think it does make a difference. But I know he had some injuries, and I haven't seen any videos of him pulling lately. And I feel like that's a major detriment for him. I mean, Mindaugas.
He said healed up. He told me that is
the
good thing about quitting for some time. And he said he started training even before I offered him the match. He said he did a training. He said that his elbow was good, no pain at all, you know.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. But I still feel like, you know, the experience in competition, you got to give that to Mindy. He's pulling under the strict rules for the last few years, every couple of months, so he's very comfortable in it. That's not a style of rules that Gustin has pulled really in a while. I mean, the rules here in the United States tend to be looser, even when people are doing WAF style rules. So that's always a factor for me. And I think top roll to top roll, I think it's going to be tough for Gustin. I would say his best chances in the first match. But all of your points make sense to me. Mindy definitely has lost a lot more in the last 2 years than he had been in the previous 3 or 4. So I think it's a very interesting match, and I wouldn't want to predict it, but I do think I would give the edge to Mindy still.
Yeah, Mindaugas' losses usually against the people who are heavier than him. Usually, you know, one is to an 80-kilo guy, other one is 85-kilo guy. Usually, in the Armenian he lost. It was right after he had a long match with Daniel Prokopchuk. Yeah, but he still managed to beat him with a dead wrist. Anyways, so yeah. And did you guys know that they, in my program here, they made a deal that if Mindaugas loses, he will shave his head, and if Gustin loses, he's gonna shave his beard.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Is it draw a possibility, some draw or something, or half? Like,
yeah, then they have to do half. Exactly. That would be great. I hope that's
I don't know, best of 5. I don't know how we can do the draw, but let's see.
Do it on the show. I think that should happen right after the match. You should have a barber ready to just come over, and that would be funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring one to the stage right away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this one, let's start with you, Josh. Adam Wojcinski and Bojidar. 92 kilo weight limit, and Bojidar is 85 kilo. Adam is about 95. He will make 92 in the competition day. He will be 95. Mm-hmm. How do you see that one?
Bojidar. I will literally be shocked if Adam beats him. And I mean, I know Adam a little bit, just obviously he's United States puller, super strong. But I just have so much confidence in, especially his right arm, Bozy. So I just don't see it going any other way. I think it's really awesome that Adam's coming over, because he's one of those guys around here that not even everyone in the United States knows, but he's very skilled. He's got wins against big people. I think it's going to be fun for him. But I'll definitely go on Bozidar on that one.
And you, Janis? You saw him, right? When you went to pulling Corey Miller, he was there as well.
Yeah, yeah. We were in same competition, and of course he's a strong, good arm wrestler, good inside game, and but Bozidar can pull much, and can do much more than just a good inside game. And if Bozidar will feel that it's not working, and then you can go through this hook, he can find another ways. But we all are human, and we saw just Bozidar. Okay, it's much totally opposite style, but how he lost against Cvetan Gashevsky, and also we know that Bozidar time to time have some bad days, and he's not always winning, and he has lost before. For example, to Vladislav in Europeans in a hook, and some others. So also in his previous super match against Samushia. So it's possible, but. If we ask who's favorite, of course Bozidar is favorite.
The one small note, before he lost to Vladislav, he had a war with the Moldovan. What was his name? The guy?
Oleg Tudorian.
Oleg and him just literally killed, like 1 minute match, just like Bozidar in. And then right after that he pulled, not to take anything away, but that wasn't like a super fresh. Yeah. Like not like super match, yeah.
Oleg used to live in Boston. He trained with us on our team for about a year. It was really fun having him over here. Super powerful, good kid.
Oleg from Moldova.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know that he's in United States, but I didn't know that he lived in America as well. I didn't know that. Yeah. And you are saying that Janis shortly Bozidar is gonna win?
We will see who will win, but Bozidar is favorite, and even with all that weight difference, and Bozidar is usually Bozidar is great in a super match format, and he can pull for long, and he loves those deep inside game, and then but he can also do some different things on table as well. So
have you heard of Chad Silvers?
Sorry?
Chad Silvers. Have you heard of him?
Yeah. I know Chad Silvers. I even have pulled him Chad Silvers in 2004, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, Zlotitor.
Yes.
Oh, you guys met each other there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think that event was first Rustam, second Gashevsky, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is his trainer.
And I lost to Chad Silvers and Gashevsky, yeah.
And Chad Silvers lost to Gashevsky and Rustam Baber.
Yes.
Yeah, and Chad Silvers is the trainer of coach of Adam, and he's coming to Istanbul to be on the stage just to coach him. Yeah.
I have also lost to Chad Silvers.
Yeah. Chad Silvers, especially very strong ham fingers, very strong the grip, Anyway, so let's move. Serhii Kalinishenko versus Georgi Dizarano.
I don't know as much about these two guys. I mean, I know Dizaranov more, and he's super impressive to me. But I'm not familiar with Sergey.
Serhii didn't pull a lot. He pulls Zlotitor about.
It will be right or left?
Right arm, because Serhii broke his left arm.
I wanted to ask which arm he broke. It was Lotti 2018, 17 when it was 2018, I think. Yeah, in a final with Alan Makeyev, he broke his arm. Yes, I think so.
Cobra Voivoda, you say will Engin after pull Devon or too big egos? What do you mean? Can you clarify what you are saying?
He's giving you a hard time. He's basically saying you guys aren't going to pull because he doesn't know you. That's just another person who's got an opinion, I think it'd be fun if you guys after pulled. I think Devon's not going to do a lot of after pulling though.
Yeah. Anyway, so and your opinion, Janis?
Gerano is very good. His shape time to time could be different, but we have seen some incredible arm wrestling from Gerano when he's just playing everyone in Russia in Motoshino tournament, when he was winning against Hajumarat Zuluya so easily, when he was winning against Matushenko in a waffle. So Gerano could be great when he's in good shape. Not always, but he's very good. Sergey, last time we saw him pulling was probably as well not so I don't know, lately it was Lotte Tour. After that some maybe top 8 fights, or was he in some tournaments in Nepal? I don't know. Right now he lives, I think, in France.
Oh, France, yes, I think France or Belgium, somewhere there,
Yeah. And he looks much bigger than before, and definitely has gained some weight. But it's just the only thing we can see is his Instagram or Facebook, some videos from training and some practice with Devon, or practice with Vizi or some other arm wrestlers, but that's it. I don't know. I don't have any information how good or how strong. Probably they both will be very prepared, but that's it. I don't have any other information, but they potentially they both are very strong arm wrestlers, and has proved that before. One has won world championship, other has won Lotte Tour. They are super high class arm wrestlers. That's what I can say.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, so and then we go another one, and Cobra and Haidar. Both of them are untrained. Some people says, no, Cobra is not untrained. I saw him in an event, in a state event. Even
and
today,
we can same about Haidar. I saw him in Antalya just a few weeks ago. So I saw him pulling, and he did good.
I mean, he had a tough match with a guy from Norway.
Yeah.
But the usually the prime Haidar that we know that has wins against like Vekpia and some other guys, and Bondo Hubulo and other guys, and he even has a win against Shamil Karajaev, So normally he wouldn't perform like that. I offered them match at the same time. Both were like years of no training, and then they start training.
Of
Probably
course.
by the time of the competition, they both will be training for 3 months after many years of absence. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see Cobra win it. I mean, I'm obviously a big fan of his. He'd started off in the Massachusetts area where I live, and his top roll is still legendary. And I mean, I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I know he's been up and down the last few years, but I would love to see him win. I have a little bit of optimism that he is going to win, but it's kind of hard to. I mean, again, like you said, if they've both been training for 3 months, and I obviously saw him in Antalya too. He looked good. He traded shirts with one of the guys from Team USA. Super nice person. So I'm excited that you have the match, Engin, because I think it's really cool to expose like modern arm wrestlers to some of these great names from not too long ago, but certainly from the past that are my age and older. So I think it's great that you're doing it. I hope you keep doing it.
Yeah. Thank you. And right, Janis, in January, Zaur and Sharon will pull.
Yes. You said before we were talking with phone, and you said that that's now it's great, and it's for me as a arm wrestler who was pulling also 20 years ago, and then I was watching to Haidar, and I was watching to Cobra, and actually I have pulled them both as well, and for me it's great to see them back on table, and I will absolutely enjoy that fight, and it will be clash of styles. It's I think there will be no big surprise that Haidar will try to go inside and Cobra will go for top roll, and
I think both will go outside.
Yeah, Haidar is not inside arm wrestler anymore.
I saw Haidar in Antalya. He was pulling everyone. And I was like, what's happening? You know, why you don't sprint? He said, my arm doesn't want to go there. And he just, he didn't do any table time at all, you know, during the preparation. He just lives. I said, no,
he
no,
was
I'm not.
he was saving his inside game for Cobra.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No,
You will
no.
see. You will see. Anyways, so what is the next one? We have many, but let's go. Okay, Janis, this one. David Samusha versus Daniel Prokopchuk.
Oh man, that's gonna be great.
Daniel said he will be around 82 kilo by the time of the competition. And interestingly, like long time during these interviews, people said, oh, Samusha. Last a few days, I started to have opinions from Matyushenko, Krasimir, and Bojidar. And then these people are saying Daniel is going to win or 50-50, they are saying. And how do you guys see?
Well, Daniel was so impressive at WAF. I mean, I can understand why like it's going towards him a little bit. I agree. I think it's really, really close, but I feel I would vote for I think I would vote for Daniel right now. I think Daniel's form right now is excellent.
So you think Daniel is gonna beat Samusha?
I do. I think it's gonna be close. I think it'll be 3-2, but I think he's gonna win.
And Janis?
In a slow game, in a slow hook, it seems like around same weight class. It's just very few who can fight even with Daniel. But also we saw that in a slow fight, in a long fight, Samusha was able to win against Bojidar inside. So also like opponent is can do the same. But and like shape and the strength levels, probably it's very, very even fight. It's very even fight. I think Samusha will get in a better position with his wrist, with his hand. He can really have this deep turnaround position, and maybe he can get in a better position with Daniel. And I see that Daniel probably will be in this defensive holding position. But who will? I don't think it will be fast. I don't think it will be fast and some flash pins. It definitely will be some technical, tactical game. Who will win from that? It's very hard to predict. It's very hard to predict. I think it's even fight. That's I don't know.
Great. It's going to be an amazing match. I agree with you. I don't think it'll be slow.
Because,
I think they'll position and be in the middle, and they're going to.
Samusha's style is in inside. He could take Daniel's rotator pronator like he was doing with Bojidars. And but for Daniel, sometimes it's not a problem, but still he in inside he loves to keep active his rotator, his pronator. But Daniel with a very strong hand and wrist, which is stronger than Daniel's, he could take that rotator, and it could be that Daniel have to hold in not so good position, that he could be in a bad position, but he can still maybe find a way out of that. With left arm, I think Daniel could win or would win that fight. With right arm,
yeah. Anyway,
what do you think, Engin? Or you are not saying? You are.
I'm organizer.
Co-organizer. You are not a referee. You are not a referee. You will not stand.
A lot of people are waiting. Oh, Engin is biased. He said this. He wants this guy to win. There are a lot of paranoid people, like 2% in the community, but still, enough to give headache. So I better keep it to myself. But I can say that you said about Bojidar. Bojidar's hook is like fully supinated and given his own pronator, while Daniel also has a good top roll, and he's
protecting too. Yeah, he's protecting. Yes.
The Samusha can also protect It depends, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially Daniel Samusha. Whenever he hooks a hook puller, usually he doesn't try to catch, but he goes to his own angle.
Yes.
Like he even drives his elbow back and rolls. So let's see. Let's see. I mean, it's
Yeah, but
interesting.
that's why I think he could get in a better position. That he could little bit over like rotate Daniel. But
Yeah.
about that arm strength, Daniel's arm strength is incredible. So we will see. But you said about this those opinions and that fans are saying we all are same me, same you. We are trying to be fair and trying to say my opinions. I'm not saying like that I would like to see or that.
I
I'm
know,
not fan of.
but whenever you
I'm not a
organize,
fan of Daniel or I'm not fan
no,
of
you are
Ryan.
not. You are not. You
I
are
try
not. But
to be fair. I try to say what I'm
no, no,
thinking
no,
about
no.
that fight, not like supporting one another.
That is different thing. That when an organizer is saying, "I think this guy is gonna win," it kind of a little bit sounds different. You understand?
Mhm.
Understand? If I say, "I think this guy is gonna win," then that little bit like I give my prediction whenever someone else is organizing. You know, no problem. Whenever I'm organizing, then it is a little bit different. You know. Anyway, so um, other than this, so Bortalato versus Zarano. Janis, let's start with you.
Have they pulled before? I think
I don't think so.
Gerano was not active yet when Bartolotto was winning his titles and when Bartolotto
Yeah,
was in his prime.
early 2010s, you know, Bortalato, and then he went
Yeah.
more professional. And then Di Zarano, even like 4 years ago or something, he was still around like sometimes 100 kilo. He was 2018, I remember, I think he was 100 kilo, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But 2019, he won 110 kilo.
Yeah. So they both have been world champions in 110 kilo
110.
class, and but it's like different generation. And Bartolotto was winning in 2000, 2006, 2012, 2000.
Yeah. And
So,
I saw the because we asked them, we make the graphics for their weight, height, and everything. Bortalato is not fat at all, and he is 151 kilo.
151.
And Zarano is 123 kilo.
Yeah, Wagner trains all the time. He's absolutely a maniac in the gym, so that doesn't surprise me. I think he's underdog personally.
Wagner?
Yeah.
And
I mean, Zarano, he's just so proud. I think maybe in the United States he's not as well known, but he's I remember when you were thinking about putting him up against Jerry a while back, and Jerry had never heard of him, so I sent him some videos, and he was like, "Whoa," because he's very impressive. It's just one of those guys that maybe he's not as well known in the United States, North America, but he's so strong and so technical. And Wagner is, I think he's in great shape, but I'm not sure if arm wrestling is still his number one focus. Maybe it is, but I feel like he's the underdog.
yeah, do you guys suggest me to put extra balls on the table?
for referees called each leg and like
He's gonna shake it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get shaken.
No, Wagner is good, and I know him for many years, and it's always fun to see him on the table. He has never been most, I would say, technical, and when you see him in a gym, it's not looking that he's training for arm wrestling. He's just trying to break something or lift the biggest possible plates in the gym, and but he's strong. He's strong, and he could prove this as well. But if you talk about who has more chance, probably Gerano, because lately I haven't seen much from him as well, but at least what I saw from Gerano 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was very impressive, and I think even 2019 shape of Gerano, I think could win against Bortolotto.
Wow.
But if he's even bigger right now, but we will see. It's just predictions.
Yeah. And I think both of these guys would easily beat Cody Merritt. Cody, you are in the chat. Sorry, Cody.
He just said he weighs.
Yes, see, Cody Merritt says, I am way more than 150 kilo and almost zero fat, he says.
I can confirm that.
Yeah. We love you, Cody. We love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's move. Pauline and Gamtenadze.
I'm looking forward to that. Predicting that. I'm a huge fan of Paul Lynn. I think I said it before in the show, and his work ethic. And I think he's every time he pulls, he's better. I mean, he's a guy, he hasn't been around as long as a lot of other people on this card, but his so he's still, which I think works in his favor because his trajectory in terms of technique is it's better than a lot of other people because he's still learning, and his power level is so high that every time he has a match on an international scene, I feel more optimistic about the next match that he has. I think he's still an underdog here, but I would not be surprised if Paul wins, and I hope he wins because I'm a fan of his and I'm a friend of his. But I just think he's getting a lot better, and I'm glad that you keep inviting him here because it's motivating him to train even harder.
Yeah. And Janis?
Every time I see Pauline pulls, he seems like sometimes when he's in his positions like a newbie or beginner, he's not technically like he's not looks so effective, but it is effective. It is effective and it's working, and he's winning. And I was very surprised about his win against Samushia, and also how he pulled against Ron Boss. Gentanadze. When was last time we saw Gentanadze on table? I don't know. I don't remember even when I saw Gentanadze pulling. But Gentanadze has been a European world champion. He has wins over many best or greatest arm wrestlers that time around his weight class. He has very strange style inside. He has this open hook game, and it's not everyone is able to get out of that position. Will be interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know when Gentanadze was active last time.
I don't know. He said that he's in his best ever shape of his life.
What else he can say? What else?
No, I mean, he doesn't have to say this, but he said that even if Paul was 110 kilo and he is 95 only, he would still beat him. This is what he's saying here. Yeah.
Because best from Gentanadze, I think what we saw was like around 10 years ago or something like that, like beginning of 2010 or 2000, or maybe 2012. Yeah.
No. Mid 2010s. I think he won the Worlds. 2015 or something. He won 16.
Not in Malaysia. No, before.
No, maybe 16, 17. Maybe I don't know. I know that he won the Worlds.
I think before. And he has 4 years disqualification as well, so it was all before that. Time is running. I think it was some 2000, maybe 13, maybe 2014 when we saw really good Gentanadze. But okay, yeah, it's definitely he have all potential to be strong because we have seen him doing great things on table. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so Pauline, the guy just surprises me. Whenever he won one round against Samushia, and then Samushia won next 2 rounds, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I think he's over. And then he just went back and he just won next 2 rounds, and I was like, wow, it was just very surprising. And him hooking and beating Rambat, and him giving a hard time to John, even injuring John's pronator, and I don't know. I don't know. I think that will be incredible match. If like one of them dominates the other one, I will be very surprised. I will be very surprised. Yeah. Anyway, so let's move. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Petrenko versus Zurab, left arm. Janis, you start.
Most likely Petrenko will take Zurab's hand. That's kind of what I expect. Can he finish from that? Usually I would say yes. Petrenko is strong enough with his arm strength, and I think he could. But I think Petrenko, nice poster. Yeah.
It's not paper. It is very high quality, like plastic.
Yeah. And why we are not seeing you in the middle with some?
Yeah, I am not at the middle, but I am behind all of this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's maybe I don't see you. I don't see you anyway.
No. When I say I'm behind, like I'm the one, behind all of this. Yeah, guys, if you want one of these with sign, Denis Chiplenko will sign, and Levan Saginashvili and all the other athletes who are competing, I will sign too. And so just before, because last time we did the but okay, he says that GP says that 2016 Europeans, Gamtenadze won gold with both arms.
16
Europeans, yeah. 16, he says, yeah.
Okay, and I think that was a competition when he get disqualified after that.
I don't know. I have no idea. And I am not sure, because in 2019 or 18 or something, I saw him at the Europeans or something. Anyway, so whatever. And so you are saying that Petrenko will take Zurab's wrist with left arm?
Yes, I think Petrenko will take Zurab's wrist, and also I think that Petrenko is favorite in this fight. But what is Zurab's advantage is he is great in longer fights, and we saw that also Petrenko, when he was pulling Raimond Antonovich, he was gassing out at latest rounds, and his endurance, at least in that fight, was not so great. So only advantage where I see for Zurab is if he's able to stop Petrenko and maybe have some longer fight, and then Petrenko could get tired. But fresh, I kind of see that he will. But that's my prediction, and it could be absolutely different. And maybe Zurab can do some super strong fast press. I don't know, but I think that Petrenko is favorite in this one. Yes.
Petrenko said that he said he is now 30% stronger in the gym compared to the times that he won Zloty 2019 and Raimond match, and he's about 10 kilo heavier, because those were in 95. Now he's 105 kilo. He doesn't say about the table, but the weights that he is lifting. And his body weight
it's people want to say those numbers and percents. Okay, I saw him doing some that he was doing sitting biceps with 100 kilo curl. So it's then it's like if we are taking mathematics, it's 70 kilo he was doing in one rep max in Zloty 2018.
No. Mathematically, it doesn't work that way, because 30% of the 70 kilo is 21 kilo. So it is, when you think about a whole 100, then 30%. But if he was doing 70 kilo, and if it is 30 kilo more, 30% more, it is the 10 times 321, it would be 91. So his weight was lifting, he was about 78 kilos.
Okay, 75, 30% of 30% of 75 is 25. Okay, 75. So he's saying that he was doing 75 kilo biceps curl. We can do 75 kilo biceps curl in sitting position. We can do it. So I don't think it's true.
I don't think that he would lie to us, but
people want to say some numbers, and maybe it's true that in some exercise he's lifting 30 or maybe even 40% more. It could be true. It could be true, but table will show, most likely. Table will show.
Whenever somebody says that I am 30% stronger, like arm wrestler, I am like, But about the weightlifting, the numbers, I don't know. But translation to table is never the same, you know. My opinion.
Absolutely.
Did
Yeah,
you see the super chat you got there, Engin?
yeah, Alex Stavria Noudakis. Thank you, my friend, for your super chat. Hello to you, my friends, Engin, Yanis, and Josh. A plus card. Thank you, my friend. Can't wait for Devon to get the stop. And by the way, let's get Yanis and Coach Ray some matches. Hopefully January. If Yanis wants, hopefully January. Um, uh, hope you are getting better, Engin. Would love you in a match. Thank you, Dr. Alex. I don't know. I just had stem cell, Yanis. I did to my this middle knuckles, wrist, and the elbow capsule here, and the guy said that it will take 4 months for the full effect. Can I say like it's I feel better? Maybe yes, but he also did to my this lateral.
Yeah, like
That
lateral epicondyle, or yeah.
yeah, that one where I also had the surgery. That one, like even if I do 3 kilo hammer curl with dumbbell, that still hurting in a point whenever it's passing here. Something is wrong there. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it has anything to do. Like the moment that hurts me, Yanis, is like this hurts. You see, this one hurts. This one hurts, and this this hurts. You know that this area is killing me. You know, and with that
Yeah,
pain,
but you have to understand that not always problem is where the pain is. It could be much different region, and very often we'll feel some pain, but problem is somewhere else. So
maybe. Yeah, maybe you are right. Class will come to this event, East versus West.
class will come.
Huh?
Class will be, yes, in Istanbul.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
He can do some traction to my.
Neck traction. Yeah.
Yeah, neck traction.
Ask him. He have some good neck traction device at home.
No, I have it. I have it here. Do you think it helps? It works? You think good?
If neck traction is helping you, then why not? Why not? Because if it helps with you when someone is doing it manually with hands, it will help as well if you will do it with this traction system.
Yeah,
but if it's helping for you at all.
They put their fingers and something, they just move. You know, this is just like a different work. You know, manual work is different than you put in something and then pumping. You know,
yeah.
You know, just like only pressing.
Believing in treatment is making big wonders. So yeah.
I mean, I believe that when I try it, but I'm sure it's helping. I'm sure 100% is helping. But I just don't think it is as effective as the other one. But you know better for sure.
No, of course. Sometimes with hands, good specialists have this. Like he feels a difference, and sometimes with just touching, he can feel where some points. Of course.
Yeah,
and class is high class.
One time somebody did, Yanis, you will not believe. Normally when I arm wrestle, my arms because of the pain to recover, it takes like 1 week. You understand? To have like finally, I mean, I can still train, but to have like totally, I feel fine. You know, I had table training, and one guy did that to me. Next day, I train again, and another thing you will not believe, my arm size get bigger. Maybe 1 centimeter, maybe some kind of signal wasn't coming. You understand? Whenever he helps them, or maybe
no,
the
thing is, muscles are not growing in a days or even a week so far. So the difference is probably with some blood flow. What you expected? It was some difference in blood flow.
And but don't you think that when the signal doesn't go, like when I had that 2012, you remember, right? The left side was totally
yeah,
and the signal didn't go there. In 1 week, my arm like was 30 something, just bone, you know, and the chest was only ribs, and the leg was gone, shoulder was gone, no signal, and suddenly it became. You remember that picture, right?
Yeah, but probably that problem with signal was even before that for a longer time. That 1 week was very like acute period, but the problem was much for a longer time. But yeah, you are true.
No, but the arm size went down in a week.
Yeah,
it was totally. But this one, After he did, sometime later, I saw, but there was like probably more signal to my arm.
Like, but you say like 1 day later?
No. 1 day later, I could train again. No pain. I could train, but my arm slowly get bigger. I think there was more signal. And whenever I feel my hand like this, now I don't feel that the here the signal is going so quick. But at that time, I was like my young years. You understand? The hand was so good. You understand? I could feel everything in my hand. So I think that the signal which is coming from brain helps a lot. I think.
But you can do some diagnostics. You can do neuromyograph. You can do and check how much signal is going to your fingers and where it's lost, or it's in elbow or it's in shoulder. You can do it diagnostics. Make neuromyograph, and they will say, okay, there is a compression, and then maybe like 50 or 60% of signal is just going through, which are coming from your brain or spinal cord.
The guy who did the stem cell to me gave me some type of mixed B12 and I think maybe even vitamin C something injection. Yeah, I did that like 6 days in a row. You know that thing.
It's usually vitamin B complex, like neurorubin or something like that. B complex, which are helping with neural.
But I can tell you something. My brain also was, trust me, sharper.
But you know what? It's helping only if you have this deficit. If your vitamin B level is already good, you will not feel any difference. So it shows that there was some deficit.
But whenever I had it, I felt it. I don't know how much I felt it because I wasn't training. But about my brain and then thinking, you understand? I felt it. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, so Caroline, thank you, my friend, for the chat. Blood flow, pulley system, back work, and arms. Thank you for your support. Alex says, I love how I started this conversation. Again, I want him heal for a match. Yeah. But we need to talk.
If you want to start a long conversation with arm wrestlers, all you have to do is bring up injuries, and then we have a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted, we could talk 3 hours about only injuries. You know, Janis could preach us. He's the one that I can talk only because I have so much experience.
Yeah.
He is the doctor. I'm the one who fell down from the roof.
It's like.
I want to ask you, what do you think about stem cells? What's your opinion on them?
Stem cells.
Yeah.
It's I don't have any personal experience. It's just what I have heard, what I have read about, and I was surprised actually that in Europe it's possible to do that, but I think in European Union it's not allowed yet. But as we see in Turkey, you can do it. In USA, I think you have more experience than we have. You have more examples, and many arm wrestlers have tried. That's the opinion what we want to hear, and also from Engin's experience we can learn.
There's a lot of people. You can go to I mean, it's expensive in the United States.
Different type, right? You know, Josh, it's different type. It's different type. Though in the Mexico, they do with I forgot what's that thing that when the baby is feeding himself
from this embryo placenta or
placenta. Embryo, but the other thing, placenta.
Placenta,
yeah. They do from that one. Mine is they took my fat from belly, and then they took the cells and injected my own cells to me, not from another. Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody that I talk to has had it. It basically comes down to there's not enough information to have a definitive answer, but it seems like some people say it was a miracle and some people say it did nothing. So I don't know. Every time I look it up, it's kind of the same thing. We're not sure what it does. We're not sure if it works. We're not sure if it doesn't work. But the people that it works for obviously think it was a miracle. But honestly, Janis, it reminds me a lot of what you mentioned earlier, which is like the belief in healing, placebo effect kind of thing. I wonder how much of it is a real thing. And what Engin mentioned, I mean, the different types that you can use, how much of a difference that would make. I guess I don't feel like we have enough evidence yet, but I think about it, with my right arm, which has been bothering me almost a year now. Like sometimes I feel like it's worth a try to go down there and see what happens, but there's just not enough evidence for me to be sure about it.
Yeah. It's with any injury and with any treatment, it's not like my neighbor or my friends did that to his shoulder and it helped, and it will help for me. So it's same with stem cells. If it's some inflammation, if it's some tendonitis, if it's some degeneration, it could help locally. But if your problem in elbow is because you have some neural compression in neck or something else,
no.
You can put as many stem cells you want in your elbow. Your problem is somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's why also we get not always the same results. And to have this understanding, you need very good this control group which are doing those treatments, and they should have similar problem and also similar pathology, and then we can maybe understand what's happening.
Yeah,
But
we need to invite these guys to like WAF one year and just have everybody line up and get it and have a control group.
yeah.
That'll give us a lot of evidence for our sport at the very least.
I mean, the problem with me is that I have many problems, Janis. This may fix one of my problems, which is the cartilage. You know, the doctor hold my fingers here. He said that like they are garbage. He said they are like gone. You know, he said that this knuckles here gone. He hold here and he catch some like nerve damage here, and then he hold here. He I don't know. I didn't tell him anything. He just holds and finds it. But the ones that he did into the joint capsule and the wrist joint and this, they may help, but that's not the only problem. As you said, there is some nerve problems and other things. I need to fix all of them so
Exactly.
that I can come back. Fixing one of the problems will not be. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go. Let's go. Pauline versus Sandis.
Pauline.
I talked with Krasimir. Krasimir said that Krasimir Kostadinov. I talked with him.
Yes.
I said, right, Mathematica, I said, right? Mathematica and Sandis. And Krasimir said that the math that he felt, he said, it was incredible. He said even he made it strapped so tight, still he took his wrists so badly. And he says that recently he saw those forearm, video, and he said that he's even bigger than last time he saw him. And he said that he is right now in very dangerous form. This is what Krasimir said. But from other side, we also see Sandris. Sandris, the horsepower, beating Alexander Getalo in hook. Wow, not many people can do that on this earth. And we see that he can top rope, he can side press, he can go hook, he can even do this. So I'm not expecting an easy match. How do you see that match, Janis? I know you cannot be objective about this match.
I have probably much more information about Sandris and his current shape and his current problems. I don't know if I have to talk about that, but also in my gym we were talking about that fight match, and I say that Matt Mask is favorite for this fight. And it's just 4 weeks. It will be just 4 weeks after WAF, and it's a short time, and Sandris is trying to recover from WAF, but it's not easy, and he's struggling a little bit with some illness. So it will be very tough for him to show his best shape. That's what I'm thinking. Sandris is always optimistic, and he's as a younger and I don't know how to say, athlete who always will fight till end. He believes that he has a great chance, but I think Sandris is underdog in this fight. He was struggling with Ukrainian. He was struggling with both arms, also with right arm. When Ukrainian was going for top roll, Sandris was struggling to go top roll against him, and his wrist was losing. So he was like kind of pushed to go inside with him, and to have a very good hand is a main thing you need when you fight against when you fight against Matt Mask.
But does he thinks that he is like optimistic and he's gonna win?
Yeah, that's what he's believing, and you can't go to any fight if you don't have belief in yourself. He should have, but what I'm saying is that definitely do Sandris have chance? Yes, he does, but I think Matt is a favorite, and I think in this situation, it will be very hard for Sandris to win. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
You are saying that
also stylistically, Matt is pulling in a style which could be tough for Sandris to face.
Yeah, but again, even at 12, you said that he was struggling against the top rowers. Yeah, so probably Matt's top row will for surely not be any less than Sandris.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's short time, and we came back after WAF, and Sandris tested positive with COVID, and he's still struggling.
Yeah, but he said that he didn't feel like so terrible. He said he's at home, but was he very ill? He told me like
2 days ago, it's still temperature for him. It's still so, and it's already like temperature for 10 days. So it's he was better. He was in a gym. He was training again, but right now again no. But it's okay. It's just like. There are no complaints. He will do his best, and then he will try to fight. But just what I think is in this situation, it's very tough for Sandris to show like his best performance and to do good against Matt. And what I think is that Matt, after his previous defeat, is very well motivated, and he I think stylistically also he's. Have very good chance against Sandris, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that he's favorite in this fight.
Jamie says, "Thank you for your super chat, Engin. I hope you have a spare table in the back with Matt and Wagner around." Yeah, we will make strong screws. Matt is not dangerous. Matt only this, but the problem is Wagner. And
Matt is more talking than doing. Yeah, you mean?
You're right, Janis. I think Matt said it himself that he was not going to lose again. I think he's been training out of his mind since that last match, and he's been very impressive in the videos. And he kind of had like after WAL, he had like a little streak of not great performances, and I think when he's really motivated, he's super dangerous. I didn't know any of the stuff he said about Sandris. I mean, obviously, I thought he was really impressive at WAF. Watching him, his matches were amazing, but they were also brutal long matches. And just to go what you were saying earlier, Engin, about how long it takes you to recover from that. I know it takes me more than like a month, to be honest with you. And I'm older, I'm 51, but I think it does take a lot out of you. And just hearing what you're saying about his struggle with COVID, I have to agree that Matt is definitely the favorite.
I understand. And so let's move on and talk about Hermes Gasparini and Artem Morozov with left arm.
Morozov for me. I think Morozov wins. I mean, I know Hermes left is really good and probably underappreciated, but Morozov is such an impressive person for me. And you mentioned this, I think, in the last show we talked, Engin, is that Morozov's trajectory is better than most of the other pullers on this card because he is still young and still learning and still getting stronger, like almost on a weekly basis. And I think it's a very tough match for Hermes. Even stylistically, Morozov is he's really clever. I mean, just watching him pull in the last few matches, he's impressive to me. And I think that he's going to become a very tough out for everybody, left and right, in the next year or two. I mean, he already is, but I think he's going to. And then, people said this before, like he's the next guy that might give, or maybe Ravaz, Levan a serious match. So I think Hermes has got a really tough match ahead of him.
Mm-hmm. So you are saying Morozov is going to win?
Yes, lefty. I agree.
And Janis?
Morozov pulled 6 weeks ago with Dadakian in Dubai.
During the competition, it will be exactly 7 weeks.
Okay, so yeah, 7 weeks ago it was tough fight, and also it was with left arm, and also we saw that Morozov was not going inside at all, and
it will be top roll versus top roll.
Yeah, but the main thing why he was not even trying to go inside because he was injured with his inner elbow. And okay, 7 weeks later, it's still short time to get better. So it's.
But remember, he didn't use here during that match. So just imagine that 7 more weeks. I don't think that he hurt inside of his elbow during that match because he was more like pronated. But who knows?
And but we can also say, okay, it's maybe enough time to recover, but is it enough time to train that position and be strong if you haven't pulled 2 months or haven't 2 months trained that but just recovered? But we will see that Hermes left is not as his right, but it's not bad as well. It's good. His right, of course, is more dominant, but he can be dangerous with left. For both of them, they are growing, they are adding, they are getting bigger every time I see them. I like both of them, but for me it's question how much you can handle. Morozov is competing so often, every time in better and better shape. I don't think it's any like big secret for anyone. He's like he is not natural athlete, and to be on something for all the time and to push your limits, to push your body to such a stress for so long, it's questionable how much he can handle. He looks bigger, he looks stronger. We will see. We will see.
I agree with you on that, Janis. I feel like, his window is going to be short because of the decisions he's making with his body, but he's so young. I think that he's at the time where his body can take it. I think he's going to pay for it later, but the next couple of years are going to be very successful for him. But I do agree with you in general, because of the decisions he's making, he's going to have a shorter career.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to add, Janis, just because he didn't use that area during that match, it doesn't mean that he started that kind of rehabilitation and strengthening, after that time. Maybe he had been doing for 2 months. You understand the procedure, healing process. Understand? And then that match he didn't use because he wasn't ready. After that match, he continued adding. You know what I mean, right?
Should be true. But also I think it's for anyone, it's not too smart to try to hook Hermes. I haven't seen many who has been able to hook Hermes, so it's maybe also for Morozov it's better to keep going top roll.
Remember when Morozov tried to top roll Tobias, he couldn't, and then he beat him with with this, and then the same Tobias top roll Rudnik. I don't know.
It's saying something, of course, but we're talking about again different styles, different arms. It's good. It's good fight.
Oh, you're talking about different arms? Talking about Hermes, you mean?
Hermes and Tobias and
I thought you're talking about right and left, and I was saying no, it's the same arm, left arm. Yeah. So who are you saying? Basically, I didn't understand. Who is winning that match?
I like when was Hermes pulling left arm last time? When Hermes was pulling with
Bortolotto, and before that, I remember him pulling Krasimir in the Croatia event or Italy event or somewhere.
He's not pulling often with left arm, but when he does, he's doing good. When he does, he's doing good, and
so it will be a battle of the hands.
Absolutely. I don't think that Hermes will go inside, and I don't think that Morozov will be able to get inside. So it will be only about hand for me. And Hermes' hand is very solid. But
Yeah.
same with Morozov and
Tadikan also has very strong hand, but it only handled 3 rounds. After 3 rounds, he started, losing. So, but here, this best of 5, winning three times is enough. We will see. We will see. I mean, that's another match that, with a big question mark for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
We can have a bet, Janis, and if I pick Morozov and you pick Hermes, whoever loses has to shave their head.
Okay. The one who loses shaves his head.
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay.
it will be tough,
Okay.
tough to lose. I will be very.
Let's see if Mindagos is gonna lose his hair or Justin is gonna lose his beard. We will see.
I'm trying to decide who would look weirder. I feel like Justin without a beard is going to look weirder than Mindaugas.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's move and
Couple more.
very, very important match. Very important match. Again, Artem Morozov versus Revaz Lutidze.
Georgians like Gennady and other Georgians, they are saying that Revaz is the most potential of all of them, and that he could be like strongest Georgian out there, and that he could be even biggest challenge to Levan. That is what Georgians are saying. So and it's always questionable how much we can believe, but they are saying that Revaz is not even preparing too seriously and training just twice a week or once a week or so. It's hard to believe.
In the past, now, Revaz personally told me that, Engin, I have never taken arm wrestling super seriously. But he said, with your events, now I am taking seriously. And my goal is to be #1 in the world. Right now, he's taking seriously. And the guy is huge.
He is. And that's what also saying his teammates, that his potential is still far in front, and that he could be much better. And if like you said, if he's taking those trainings really seriously, we could see. And
I really do not know how it will be, but if they both go outside versus outside, I'm not saying who's gonna win. It's not prediction. Only saying stylistically, if they both go outside, just say round 1, fresh round. I'm talking only fresh round. I see Revaz better outside, but I also see a possibility that Morozov, who hooked Dave Chaffee, to be able to hook Revaz.
To get inside.
Yeah, possible. It doesn't mean he will, but I can see, like, if he hooks him, I kind of think that he's gonna win. But if he cannot hook, and if both goes outside, I don't know. I kind of think Revaz maybe better outside, but who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? But like Morozov's hook ability seems better than Revaz. Revaz is strong inside, but he's still focusing mostly on outside, and he was great with press actually with Michael, but still his outside game seems better. But inside, it's advantage for Morozov.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win that match. I'm looking forward to watching it. I think it's going to be amazing, but I would hate to guess who's going to win it. We have another super chat. I don't know if you missed that, Engin.
Okay, Caroline.
Yeah.
She says Latvian power, and undeniable. Janis, will
probably they are not talking about you. Yes.
Janis, will Bowen ever beat Coach Ray? And who are your top 3 in North America you like to pull? Janis.
Bowen could beat Coach Ray. It is possible. The difference is not so big. Will it happen? Who knows? Maybe. But in a previous super match, Ray was very dominant.
Yeah,
and he was better. Who are my top favorite in USA?
No, to pull against.
To pull against right now.
Sam Harris.
Sam Harris, Gustin, Bishop. I don't know if Tony Kitowski is still active.
He said that he cannot come back or something.
Yeah. I want to win against Adam Wilmot. I was so damaged after Joseph in a wall, and then Adam won against me. We have pulled before, I have won, but last time we met, he beat me. Adam Wilmot, you know Adam? He had
Angry Bird.
Angry Bird, yeah, exactly. So I kind of have some history with him.
Next time you come over, he'll make that happen. He does not live that far from me. He can easily make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in my opinion, in the same weight, 90 kilo, Bowen cannot beat Raimons. Both are in the weight that they feel comfortable. Then Bowen beats Raimons. Like the Ryan that today, in my opinion, would beat Ray. But if in the same weight, 90 kilo, I don't think that he can beat.
I agree with that.
Anyway, so let's move. A few matches left only. Hermes Gasparini, Dave Chaffee.
Yeah.
Even to think about it, it just like blows your mind, right? Just imagine that, last a few matches and Neil is there, and ladies and gentlemen, Dave from United States and Hermes Gasparini from Italy, and then they come to the table.
I'm going to be completely honest with you on this match. I think if this was a match a month ago, that I think Dave would win this match. But because Dave has been, very vocal about he feels like he needs to rest and recover, I think he has a lot of stuff going on.
I don't think so. He will only have 10 days after Laletin match. I don't think.
I think
because 1 month ago would be 10 days after his Laletin match.
Yeah, so I mean 2 months, whatever. I mean before Latino.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
So I think if he was pulling the tail end, I think he would beat Hermes. Right now, I think Hermes has an edge, but obviously I love Dave and I want Dave to win. But I feel that Hermes has an edge today, or will have an edge on Saturday, just because of the accumulated injuries and mileage on Dave's arm and his neck and stuff. But nothing would make me happier next week than for Dave to win. Like, of all the people that I'm pulling for, Dave is the one I want to win the most. But I just feel that Hermes has an edge.
Dave said he will be 100% on that day.
That's
hopefully.
Yeah,
that's what he would like to see. But after such fight he had with Vitaly, I couldn't recover for a month at all. Probably it's crazy to pull out of your position without hand and
genetic freak. I said, did you have any injury? He said no, he was sore, and that's all. But he said that he's recovered, and I kind of believe that I kind of take those kind of things a very good preparation for the future if you totally recover. Because once you recover, you seem like you didn't train for 3 weeks, but in fact, that is a perfect recovery after such a super performance, you understand? And then once you recover, you are like rock, in my opinion. The people think that 3 weeks is like waste. It's not waste. It is the perfect, progress after such a, as long as he doesn't have any pain. And okay, what's your take, Janis?
Dave is always for me very strength-based arm wrestler, and usually in a fights when someone stops him and gets some advantage, Dave is done. Only time when I was surprised, and I believe himself was very surprised, was his fight with Vitaly when he was losing, and after that he was able to get back on a winning and fight in advantage for him. So but usually when I see Dave pulling, when someone finds some point where he can beat him, I think, because he's strong, he's super strong, but it sometimes doesn't matter. When I saw some of his videos he's doing in a gym with some wrist range, it doesn't matter which side he's wrapping his wrist range. He's just doing some crazy number weights, and he's super strong. But I don't see him as a best technical arm wrestler out there. For example, if we compare that with Hermes, I think Hermes is one of rare super heavyweights which are very good technically. He knows how to arm wrestle.
One of the best top roller on the earth. One of the best top rollers on the earth. Even he's a super heavyweight.
Yeah, I'm not saying best or not best, but he's really good technically, and that could make a difference. And it again it will be fight for hand, for wrist. Dave is super strong, but most likely he will go for top roll as well. He will not go inside, and I don't think he will get inside. It will be in the straps, and
Dave will be doing outer side pressure, with
this. That's how Dave could pull, but it will be in straps, and the question who will have this hand control. Usually, Hermes need more really this with all finger wrist pronator control. Dave could go really with also a little bit lost wrist or riser, just push to side. But with all that, and also remember all that crazy fight just 7 weeks ago, I think Hermes has the advantage.
Would you agree if like, for example, Hermes gets this much of cup, he's gonna win that match? Because I don't think Dave can control Hermes's pronator with his wrist. And the only way for Dave to go sideways to protect his pronator, and Hermes to do this much of wrist means that he will have some control over Dave's pronator, and then he will slow down his side pressure. But if the wrist is not like this, but just totally flat like this, and if they stay both like this, I kind of give the edge to Dave, because Dave is more used to pulling this way without having this, while Hermes is someone that always have full control of the wrist. And so I think that everything will be up to Hermes's wrist.
Absolutely. Hermes, it's not enough for Hermes just to do back pressure. He need to control his hand with ringer rotator for sure. And if he will control the rotator pronator, he will win. But it's not so simple.
They cannot hook him. There is no way that they can control.
I don't think.
Hermes here is incredible.
I don't think so. If we look from historical fights, Hermes lost against Kurdecha and Kurdecha lost against Dave. So it's kind of like simple mathematics makes advantage for Dave, but
we don't know which shape they are now.
Exactly. We are talking about but absolutely, I agree with you as well.
Yeah. Let's see. I think, it will be incredible. You want to think about those matches. It is too much for an arm wrestling fan to handle, all those, that, wow.
But we can never know. Sometimes like huge match and you expect something, and then it's like, okay, it was good, but that's it. And listen, some other fight could be so great that you are remembering and talking about that even.
But to find out the answer is also very important, like, because you don't know who's gonna win. Two big names, Mike Tyson was one of the most exciting arm wrestlers. Usually 1 round, 2 round, it was knockout, but he was, so for me is like, if there is a war, it's incredible. But for me to find answer, to see who is where, you understand? Where is Hermes? Where is Dave? If Hermes dominates him, this is also, you will think that, okay, this guy is ready for Levan, if he can beat Dave that way, or if Dave dominates him. And then I asked to Levan, I said, would you pull, because you pull against Devon with the rules that direct strap after 30 seconds. Would you pull the same rule? He said, yes, he's ready. And then I said this to Dave, he was so happy. He said, let's go, And this was what people wanted to see. You understand? Yeah, that match. So we don't know. For me, like right now, a lot of questions for me. If there are like wars, I will be very happy. But we will find out a lot of answers that we don't really know right now. So let's go last two matches. John Brzing, Petrenko.
Petrenko. I would like to see John win, but I mean, I've been watching Petrenko a lot. His power level is scary, and his diversity is scary. I mean, his diversity in pulling reminds me of John to an extent that he's really strong in a lot of different positions. And I think that's why he probably, you know, him saying like the new generation kind of thing. I think he probably sees a little bit of John in himself because he's so good in many angles, and he can never count John out, especially if any of the matches are hard. But I think Oleg has an advantage in this. I think I would love to see John win, obviously, but I think for me, Petrenko is going to win this one.
Janis?
Yeah. Petrenko is saying that he's like we talked before, stronger than ever. But if we talk about similar shape Petrenko we saw against Raymond Antonovich, then
No.
I would doubt that such a shape Petrenko could win against John Brzing. With all my biggest respect to my teammate Raymond, I still not like saying that Raymond is on level with John. I still always see John much higher. So, but of course he's young. He's preparing very seriously, as we can see, and he will be in his best shape, and he's super dangerous. We have seen before how great he was in Zloty in 95 kilo class, and but also it's John, and that's the beauty of those great arm wrestlers. It's so hard to bet against them. They always find something else when it's necessary, and then John is you put somewhere this limit, and you think that's it. He can't do any more, but he always finds something else, and with John, absolutely. Can he win against? Yes, he can. You can never say that John. Even his previous fight against Ongarbayev, I think with maybe a little bit different tactical game, John still could win.
Yeah.
So,
guys, a call came, and then whenever call came, the sound went bad. So I will get out and then come in a second.
Okay.
We can talk, and we don't need you anymore.
Yeah, we have plenty of knowledge. Needs Engen. What does he know anyway?
Yeah, we can be selfish and egoistic and then talk about like ourselves, what we are doing in our wrestling, not only about others. Like, who cares? Like, who? John? I don't know. How you are doing? How you did in Worlds? That's interesting.
Yeah. He's back already. That was fast.
Yeah, too fast.
We just started to make fun of you, and you came back. So now we have to stop.
Can I not turn my back to you guys? Anyway, so Caroline says, Engin, would you ever combine two events like bodybuilding, men's and women's, and arm wrestling to boost both sports on stage to both fans? Said, it's possible because in my country the federation is
same federation, yeah.
Bodybuilding fitness and arm wrestling federation, but I need to discuss this with my friends. Thank you for your super chat. And Janis, do you agree that to beat John, I mean, the strength alone sometimes is not the key, but the control. Like Ongarbe was tall and technical enough, like very dangerous opponent for John, while Oleg is very strong, maybe even stronger than Ongarbe, but more predictable and more orthodox, you understand, way.
Yeah.
Ongarbe is also orthodox way, but he's like an artist, like he's incredible about, like, not many people can pull, even when Prudnik tried to top roll him at top 8, when they both go outside versus outside, Prudnik lost his wrist, and so I don't think that Petrenko, because of his height and because of the way that he's pulling, I don't think it's dangerous for John, but he's strong. So John will have his chance to apply his power. Do you
Absolutely,
agree?
absolutely.
Like,
No,
style
I'm not
is
saying
easy
that.
opponent.
I'm not saying that Petrenko is not dangerous. He's very dangerous, but I see also that John has some good chances to do good, and I see that Petrenko's hand before has been flopped back, and then it is possible. It is possible, and then John could catch him, and especially in a longer game. I don't know about John's endurance lately, but Petrenko's endurance is not great in a super match format, and I don't know.
No, what I just said shortly, Ongarbayev stylistically is more dangerous opponent for John than Petrenko. Yeah, this is what I want to say. Okay, let's go to the last match. Devon Larratt and Prudnik. We saw Janis sharing his opinion. I think last night, was it?
Yeah. 2 days ago, I think we recorded it, or yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday, it was.
Let's start with Josh.
Well, I have a very clear opinion on this one. I'm curious what yours was, Janis, because I didn't see it, but I think Prudnik is going to win easily. That's my opinion.
And did you guys see the footage?
Yeah.
Devon and Prudnik. And you, Janis?
No, I was not watching. No, I saw just photo, but I thought it's probably not real video, so I even didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But you had the chance to watch?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you don't have the video? I have it.
I haven't seen. Just I saw that there are some video, but I thought it's like too short before fight that they will. They will not put any real fights there, so I didn't watch.
No, that's not on YouTube. That's private. That I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. And Josh, you are saying that he's gonna win easily. And Janis, can you remind us your opinion?
What I'm thinking is that Yevgeny is generally stronger. Yevgeny's arm probably is better than John's. He's more explosive. He's younger. He's growing, and I see many advantage in Yevgeny. But also when we compare his historical fights with Todd Hutchings, with Matt Mask, we can see like how dominant Yevgeny was against them, and from other way, of course, it's history. But how fights when Devon pulled Yevgeny, Todd Hutchings, how he was struggling, we could say, and then always war with Matt Mask. But it's all some different fights, and for Devon, what I see Devon's chance is or probably where I see he could win is to stop Yevgeny in this defensive pronated position and maybe separate a little bit away that arm from body and stop it. But all theoretically, from last all those fights, it seems like it's advantage for Yevgeny. And also we know that Devon have to cut weight. It's not a much, but still he have to cut some weight.
3-4 kilos.
It's still, but we also know that even cutting few kilos could be difference. But we know that Devon before has pulled in 107, 108, 110 kilo and then been successful.
While 102 kilo, 225.
Yeah, as well. When he pulled against John Brezane, when he pulled against Andrei Pushkar, he was under 110. But it was a long time ago.
In Arm Wars, he was 245, like 111, 12 or something.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, yeah. But again, yeah. I mean, he can do that. But 115 kilo, no way that it is like killing Devon at all, you know. And if it's Friday morning and the Saturday evening he's gonna pull. The only thing is the start. I think is very, very important. And you reminded us his match with Patachings, his match with Matt Mask. But you know, this type of pullers, someone like Devon, whenever the arm, heels, some parts he can use. These guys can make some radical changes in their pulling styles. So I kind of see Devon coming more to the table, you know, with time, you know, and even when I saw him training with Rudnick, he wasn't going down, you know, he was just like maybe like this, not even this, but like at the table, but a little bit open. And so there was no start, and before the start there was a lot of, you know, just warm up type of thing.
And training is training, you know. Devon probably Devon can pull anyone in training, and it seems like he's struggling, but competition is always different story. We don't know, and it will be for referees. It will be maybe more strict, but what Devon needs is this little pulling before start, already loading Yevgeny's finger, but it's so hard. Yevgeny is so tricky as well on table, and
exactly.
I don't know who will be refereeing this fight, like Christo or Oleg, or who will be refereeing this fight, but I believe they will be sweating for 30 minutes before the fight will start. It's good.
I'd like to best about it.
So long fight. The setup.
Prudnick is probably, I think Prudnick is the first person that Devon has pulled in a long time who is just as cagey and just as smart on the table as he is, and can do all the same kind of games and mind games and playing around the grip as good or even better than Devon. So that part fascinates me, and I'm looking forward to that setup battle. And I think it's going to mess with Devon's head a little bit. Because, you know, Prudnick is so good in so many different places, like Devon. And I just think everything that Janis said, I completely agree with. But I'm really looking forward to that setup fight, because it is going to be really fun to watch.
Also, we need to know who was intimidated by that practice pull. Who knows?
I don't think either of them will be. They both know the deal with, like Janis said, with practice. I feel like it's just a game. And they both know they're going to find out on Saturday.
Okay. I know more, but I'm not going to share it. It's not my place. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of see both of them very smart. Both of them are well-rounded. They can pull in any position. I see one with incredible explosiveness. The other one is incredible endurance. So it will be up to whose game will be played.
But you believe like fresh against fresh, Devon can fight even with Yevgeny right now. If we talk about arm strength, to go against the arm or go inside with.
I mean, the Devon doesn't really pull with bicep like this, but he just puts his body behind, and you know, and he can
go for
like somebody like that. I have heard that whenever he pull with Sonev, Jordan Sonev in Europe somewhere.
Yes, in Germany. In Germany it was,
yeah. But what people told me that Devon already pulled for some days, every day.
I don't know for a few days, but he was pulling for 2 hours at least before that when he met with Jordan. He was pulling for 2 hours or so.
I was gonna come there. He said that early in the day he pulled.
Yeah.
He was pulling every day. Even that day earlier he was pulling, and then he pulled against Jordan. So his hook is not really bicep hook, but he can put his body weight over somebody's bicep and can block. But without making his shoulder not like this, you know, at the start he needs to be squared. Until he comes there, maybe he will get flashed, you understand? But once he puts his shoulder behind like this, I think it can be very dangerous. It depends like where, I mean, the match will stop, you understand? If he can get his move or before he gets moved, because Rudnick is just like this.
Yeah, I don't, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think fresh against fresh, he can get on this, on Yevgeny's bicep. That he will be the one who will be in that holding position, in defensive position. And that's why what only I see is that he need to catch more on this pronators than go against arm. Otherwise, he will get flashed.
I think he will try outside first. And then
For sure.
In the East versus West, we say WAF rules, but you both know that it is not like strict WAF rules. You know, we don't foul people because they don't hold or move or something. We make sure that they start correct, but we don't foul out because of like moving or something. And another thing, any we said this already before, any slip, as long as it's not parallel pin in your winning side, you understand? Or other guys losing side. If it is not any slip, as long as your elbow is on the pad, it's step. So kind of looks like the match is gonna go to
most likely in steps, and it's advantage for Devon, I think.
Yeah. So what happens that Prudnik needs to be very careful to not to spend even this much of power before the go, and Devon needs to make sure that he loads it enough before the go, because his 0 to 60 miles is not that quick, and the other guys 0 to 60 is super fast. But
exactly
once it goes to the horsepower, then this guy that doesn't have good 0-60 has much more endurance. You know, when I say horsepower, I don't mean
it's no question. It's no question if the fight will stop in the center and be there for like a few seconds. Every second after that, it's more advantage for Devon for sure.
I don't know. I mean, remember Prudnik used to have those really, really long matches with Zoloev and Sasha year after year at WAF. So his endurance is excellent as well.
Yeah. Listen, this guy, Josh, I'm convinced that there is no human being that is like Devon Lara. I'm convinced with that. That guy is about endurance. That guy is not normal. You know, I understand. I don't know, Janis, do you agree with that guy in an equal position? You know, in an equal position, he sucks your blood. You know, he just he even takes your spirit. You know.
I don't know. Just right now we haven't seen anyone who has been able in that long fights to really be like successful against Devon. Maybe there are someone who is. I don't know, but we haven't seen.
Yeah. I mean, until I see. I mean, once I saw that even Hutchings quickly gassed out against him.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that match should be, like forever, it shouldn't be ending that quick, But it didn't end quick. But once Devon bring it to the like a neutral position, the medium, middle of the table, then everything was all over,
Yeah.
That guy is different, So we will see. We will see how quick. I don't know if Prudnik can beat him without the strap so quickly, or for sure it's gonna be strap match, and I'm gonna talk with the athletes front of the cameras about the rules. I don't want anyone to complain after that. I will talk with the referees, also referees. Everyone needs to do their job, athletes, referee, everyone. So I don't want, because if anything happens, people just start talking, gives me a headache, Let's see how it will be. And there is one more super chat. Caroline Joshua, do you think Austin Jaggers could beat any European in his weight class? I'm sure he would beat any Europeans, he asked you, but to which level, I don't know. Joshua
he beat Mertela at Arnold's last year, so he definitely can.
He beat who?
Yeah, he pulled Mertela in Arnold's last
Azerbaijan,
year.
from Azerbaijan. Big. Yeah. He's strong. He's strong, good arm wrestler. Probably not yet to fight with like very top or top 3 or top 6 Europeans, but definitely could be somewhere in mix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much. Janis, are you coming?
No, not this time.
Oh, not this time.
Yeah.
We will miss you.
When you said that class is coming for a moment, I started think maybe I should check flights, but
who is coming? Who is coming?
Class from Sweden.
Oh, Klaas, yeah.
Klaas Martensen.
Listen, you can come. I can. I mean, you can stay together with him, and it's no problem. Yeah.
No, Ray asked me, and Sanders, but they will go already on Wednesday, and I still have to work, so I don't want to fly alone, and because
Come on, 3 hours you're gonna fly.
you're
You're not flying to America, You're flying here, 3 hours, just fly, Anyways, so.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much. Thank you, Janis. Thank you, Josh, and thank you everyone who followed us. It was just good information, good knowledge, as always. And
as always, looking forward to the event. Yeah, as always.
Janis, are you coming on January?
Yeah, like I said, find me some decent opponent, and I will come.
We will talk.
Yeah.
Okay. And
All right.
Josh, how is your elbow?
It still hurts. Getting better very slowly, little by little. But it's almost been a year. It still
Ready
hurts.
for the next swap, right? For sure.
Yes.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
You are looking for the revenge against your Kazakh opponent.
That's
And
my only goal all year. That's all I'm thinking about. Is that?
And the World Championships in Kazakhstan.
That's the best place to win.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you. And
See you soon. Bye.
See you guys. Yeah. Bye.